Hi, welcome back to the channel, FIFA Mobile. Alright, these are the 6 nations for the match day 4. 3 of the national hero players will be FOC. Alright, so these are the 3. The first one is from Chapter 3. If you're fast enough, you will get him. The other one will be from Chapter 2 and Milestone 3 as well. If you're looking from the market, there is some good deals of 600,000. You can get a 104, or if you prefer a 105 is 2.6 million. Alright, try to get some of the 99s or the 90 plus OVR players. That would do as well. So let's going through if you the 6 nations again. Alright, so these are the 6 nations. We're gonna select from now, and just you mentioned, you really have to fit in with some of the lower OVRs to minimize the cost incur. Alright, so this is available in the market. It's relatively cheap. These few players, you got to bear in mind, as long as the player is available to players through the FOC method, which is from a chapter, definitely the player will be cheap. Okay. The CB 104 is a milestone player. If you already sold him, no worries at all. You can get back from the market for 600 over 1000. Instead of just buying one, if you got some coins extra, advise you to buy a couple because it's relatively cheap. You can use it for a few ways. One, wait for the match day to appear. People will so-called be buying players. I believe a 104, 600,000 is relatively cheap. Probably the price will increase during the start of the match day 4, and you can sell for some profit. If not, if the price didn't really go up, then you may also want to consider using him as to burn your card and give you XP to upgrade your existing CB. Alright, so there's another option as well. Alright, so 99s, some are quite expensive. It's not totally worth it. I'll rather buy a 104. Okay, so then of course there are other players you can get along the way. You guys will do a hunting in the market. You can see here this is one of the player, but in my opinion, totally you may get the 104 instead. Alright, so that's the this player. Let's see other players as well. We let's set a budget of 2 million, and we increase it back to the using 101, and let's see what other players available. Alright, so you can see here the 104 ST is relatively cheap as well. You can get him for, I believe, 600,000 as well if you're lucky. Just go to keep on hunting. The CAM is cheap right now. Definitely you can get it free. These are the 3 cheaper players from the market. As I mentioned, I got a couple to keep and to invest in. This is one of it. Alright, so buy I think 2 of them just to put aside as 600,000. I think it's totally worth it. Alright, so these are the 2 players that I got. I'm going to buy that 104 ST as well. Alright, I'm going to share with you my luck in the pack opening using those tokens. How I wish I could get Sun or even Mendy, but unfortunately we don't have such luck. Let's see who we get. This isn't too bad as well. That worth about 2.6 million or more in the market. Okay, let's see who we get for the first one. Not too bad. 101 ST. Definitely hope for a better player, but I think 101 is so much better than a 93. So that being said, we may even get coin packs. Alright, just when we're going to say that, we got a coin pack as well. So we still got 3 more chances. Hopefully we get players. Alright, as I mentioned, it's always like that. So we get a 93 is expected. I didn't expect to get a 101 actually. So let's see the next one. Alright, this 100 CB, not too bad after all. Seems like quite a lucky day today. We got 2 of a fairly good player from it. Probably a lower OVR player. Alright, as expected, 95. Okay, so that's all with my pack opening with 5 tokens. Of course, we will claim milestone along the way. The next player will be another milestone player that we can claim as well. So this is selling at a good price before the start of this. All right, so before there was a lack of players for the match day 3. That's why that player 98 was selling, I think, 4 million. I'm quite lucky, managed to buy him and get him off before the start of the new 12 players, because I know the price will plunge. Alright, so I'm going to fit in my players to show you these are the few players that we will be able to use currently. Okay, so this is the current match day players, Korean players and whatnot. So just going to bear in mind, you need to have a full set of players, but you need not incur a lot of cost if you plan early. That's why I'm sharing this with you, so they can start to plan early. If you have sold off those players, no problem. It's relatively still reasonable price right now. I'm going to invest in quite a number of these players, and eventually hoping for make a small profit out of it. You remember in the previous video I showed you I bought two 104 players at about 4.4 million each. I sold them about near to 8 to 9 million, so I made a profit about 8 to 9 million total. So that's what I'm hoping for as well this coming match day 4. But opportunity may not be as good, because the previous round there was a true lacking of players because of the delay of the release of the 12 players, alright, from those tokens. That's why the price was so high. But in this time round, there are many players. There's a FOC, be it from the chapter 2 or chapter 3 or the milestone 3 player. Hence I believe the price wouldn't be as good, but nonetheless I'm going to give it a try. No really damage. It's just 600,000 investment per player. I think it's totally worth it. If I can't sell them, I'll use them for XP and burn the cards into upgrading my existing players. So I think there's no loss, just it's worth the gamble. Right, so these are the players currently available for a current match day. You can see here with all these players out, price is plunging. Alright, so you got to bear in mind this: when the demand is high, supply is low, price will shoot up. Alright, vice versa, price will just plunge like crazy. So if you've been holding players of very high cost, you'll be making a loss. Alright, always do not do that. Try your best to get the players and get rid of them immediately. You can see here these players were worth about 8, 9 or even 10 million at some time. Currently it's worth around 4 million or so. So not really worth it to hold these players. Price will plunge even further after the event, but it's really worth it if you're looking for SD. I think it's relatively cheap. Alright, I'm going to increase my chemistry boost. There are two difference. One is a green, one is a purple. The purple increase the ceiling, i.e. increasing the maximum chemistry you can get, whereas the green one basically boosts it up nearer to the ceiling. Alright, so that's how it works. Alright, so now this is where end of chapter 2 you get that player I shared with you earlier. I'm now embarking into chapter 3. Chapter 3 slightly challenging but still doable at the start. Alright, I've been doing 2 matches so far. Haven't bought any coin packs yet. I may or may not buy them. I'm still thinking, because it's worth about 75,000 per coin pack. If we buy a couple of them, it could be a few 100,000. I'm thinking whether is it worth it. I've checked the market. I think if we sell those players of 108, I believe about 26 million each. So bear in mind, if you want those players, then there's no need to buy the coin packs, because eventually you'll get them. Because when time arrives, after a few days, watch video and energy replenish, you should be able to complete all the chapter 3. So that's it. I think more importantly is whether do you want to use them or sell them. If you intend to sell them, then the faster you get them, the higher the price would be. But I have something to mention about the ranks. The ranks, I think, is 16. It's relatively high. If you have a relatively high rank person and you do a rank transfer, probably 2-3 million. If not, it will cost you a lot to do a rank transfer. And because of that, when you sell the player for 20 over millions, you got less the cost of the rank up transfer as well. So is it really worth it to sell the players? Actually, I'm not too sure right now. So I'm still thinking whether should I spend those couple of 100,000. Probably let's see how it work out. But for now, just to mention about the flash sales pack, is a free but there's a good chance you get some players. Unfortunately, we don't because it's EA as usual. So here we have another thing to share, which is the event icons. Okay, event icon players, prime icon players. If you have lots of gems to spare, all right, could have mentioned this. I don't, so there's nothing I can do about this. It's really, I think it costs a lot of gems to buy all this. All right, so these are the things that you could do if you have gems. Okay, so for now, unfortunately we don't, and I'm not going to spend those amount of gems as well. So let's see what we get out of the event coin pack itself. You can see here. All right, so these are the 90 plus. All right, so of course we do not have. So let's quickly move on and see what's available eventually. All right, so just checking around to see whether we have anything. All right, this is available to us. It's everyday event. Just get it. All right, fantastic. We got tokens. Probably gonna go another round later on and hopefully get a player. All right, so we get some points as well. That's the best two reward you can get instead of XP and a bit of skill boost and whatnot. So let's see what we get. It seems like a lucky day today. Wow, we got a 103 CM. That's really fantastic, don't you think so? Really lucky. All right, so now going to the second match in the chapter 3. Again, you only have about half a match of 45 minutes to get its equalizer, and of course winning it you need 2. So let's try our best, and definitely it's slightly more challenging than the normal chapter 1 and 2, which is relatively easy. But chapter 3, I think it's getting slightly tougher. So make sure you have so-called sufficient OVR players in order to do so. It shouldn't be difficult right now, given the fact that all the OVR that's free are quite high. So really good time to upgrade your players if you have just started not too long ago. Instead of all the so-called 90 OVR players that you're having, just change with the 104. And if you have some coins, get them from a market. 600,000 for 104 is a steal, alright? Eventually, I think the price may be adjusted and see how things work out. It seems like it's really reasonable price right now because the oversupply of the 104. Alright, so we have 4-1 already. I think it's secured the win. Probably gonna do a 5-1 as well. Alright, so we could. A couple of minutes left. Let's see if we can do one more and make it a nice 6-1. So it's a couple of minutes now, plus 4. I think we have a good chance. Alright, we did it. So it's 6-1 and that's about it. I think we couldn't do anything else. Probably a couple of seconds it will end. Alright, so now that's the end of that match. And of course get some points out of it. Of course now this you could decide, and eventually you reach here. You could decide on this. Thank you for watching. Good luck. Goodbye.